Me too. Robert, did you get yours working?
Yes, I did. It worked when I got home after lunch today, so.
Good. So we're all safe. So we're all safe.
Me too. Robert, did you get yours?
That means we're live.
Is it caught up yet?
Okay, we're starting with 1001.
First one on page 4. Is this on by phone or in person? It's up on phone, right?
In person.
Oh, it's in person.
Does Val know we're ready?
She's bringing the person up right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it in, it is in person. Okay. Cool.
Gotta call Lauren and see what happened now. That's where she is.
Another Black American is subjected to excessive force. Okay.
Yep.
Hi, Ray.
Hello.
I think we said hi to you, Scott, right?
Probably so.
Okay.
We're good. I hear them coming down the hall now, so we're
Okay.
about to be ready.
Representative is here, and the appraiser is here. So we're gonna go in, and where you will sit is on the right there, kind of behind the door.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Good.
This is Mr. Montgomery.
How y'all doing today?
Good.
I shake your hand, but I know everybody,
Yeah.
right now, everybody's so scared to germs, you can rob a bank with a booger.
This will be up the side, and when
Good afternoon.
He's gonna have to walk up to the camera. I want to see who that is.
So, good.
okay, he'll let you know.
Are we ready?
Yeah, Charlie, go for it.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery,
Yes, sir. Where who am I looking at?
Up there.
Oh, you're over there. I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong direction here. You got that?
we have
I gotta look over my glasses.
some administrivia to go through before we get to the heart of the matter.
Okay. What can I do?
Follow along, and I'll have some questions toward the end. Opening case ID 2020-1001, account 8819604. This hearing is being recorded with the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protests today. On the panel are myself, Charles Powers, Cindy Duck, Kathy Hoffman, and Robert Dayton. We should be all up on the board, on the wall there somewhere. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using the survey form and emailed to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. The survey is voluntary. We do appreciate it if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 41.45H, All written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. Mr. Montgomery, do we have all of your evidence?
Yes, sir, I believe so for the most part. There may be a few things that I have that I reference to.
Okay, just to be clear, you cannot introduce any new evidence of written or pictures after this point in time.
Mm,
You can talk about it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've got basically just, I guess I'm kind of confused on the evidence thing, because I've got a lot of different things to touch base on. Some of them are actual errors that are on,
You can talk about anything, but you can't hold up any additional evidence later on.
There's like 32 pages in the it scanned in.
yeah, but and most of that is just, and they're probably not gonna be able to see it very well. A lot of this is just showing some appraisals of areas around me and just different photographs and different whatnot.
Okay,
I think we should be able to move forward, honestly. I'm not gonna try to
Okay.
underhand
Right.
anything. A lot of that is just stuff that you can look at in different areas.
okay. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I'm witnessing by Zoom Mr. Powers, Ms. Duck, Ms. Hoffman's, and Mr. Dayton's signatures, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Red Prince, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
And then, sir, if you'll state your name and
Robert Montgomery, do solemnly swear to affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. Montgomery, do you have a Texas appraiser license?
No, sir.
Okay. Taped to the table in front of you is something called the hearing procedure times.
I'm sorry.
referencing that.
Oh, okay.
We're going to follow this procedure throughout the hearing. The choice you have right now is, do you want to go first or do you want the district to go first?
I guess I can go first.
Okay. You have 5 minutes to make your case.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up here then, and I guess, like I said, this is the first time for me, so please bear with me.
Sir, I've got your evidence up here on the wall here, if you wanna.
Well, I've got notes here.
Okay, sure.
That'll help me out. Like I said, this is all new to me, so bear with me. What I'm trying to do, I guess, first off, is I want to adjust the property value itself. If you look through what I have on there, I've got several different things that are referenced to, and these are all my neighbors on all four sides of me, the prices of their property as per acre. I'm currently at 14,000 per acre, and I've got each person north, south, east, west of me that basically I've got, as you can see, I have Mr. Palmer's at 13.5. Mr. Brett south of me is 6,200 per acre. Mrs. Moon is at 8,600 per acre, and then Mr. Young, which is my west, is at 5,000 per acre. They all that averages, and that's basically all I did is I just took a brief average of all four of those properties, and they averaged right at 8,325. Now, on this property that I have, there are quite a few inconveniences on this property. I have a easement, I believe it's 54 feet. That is for everything from city water line that runs through there, a utility. There's some lowlands on the front of it. And then I also have another utility easement on the property for power. There's some, of course, some of the pictures of what I kind of tried to address is there are other businesses around me. I've got Mr. Wendland out by the highway that's always crushing concrete, which is noisy. I've got Mr. Steckler that's working an oil field company over there, all within hearing and eye shot, and pretty dusty and whatnot. There's no maintained road that goes in and out of there other than what I have to maintain. So that's basically the basis that I'm going by to try to adjust this property value to something that averages with all my neighbors.
Could you guys pull up the picture of where this property is located?
What's that?
We'll take care of that.
I'm
Did you-
asking the district if it's, so I have no idea where this is.
Neither do I, Kathy.
What's that?
That would be neither do I. It'd be helpful if we could
Yeah,
see.
I thought they would have all the evidence against me with them. Okay.
Okay. Where's 35 or what's a road we'd know?
Okay, basically 35, if you're facing this, what I'm seeing here is basically north would be to the top of the page. 35 would be to the east,
The right.
be to the right of the page.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. This is
So
the time.
as I'm kind of looking at, there is an easement all the way down. As you notice, I have to drive to 3 additional properties just to get to my property. And then you can see the lowland in the front there. There's a 54-foot easement all the way across. I guess you can see that line on that.
Is that a paved road you have there in front of your property?
No, all that road is just some gravel, and that's all at my expense.
No, I see. Okay, great.
Yes, we need to let Mr. Montgomery give his speech.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see where we were.
No, I'm fine with that. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty much done. I mean, like say, just to the top of the north, that's Mr. Palmer, and his property is currently at 13.5. And then there's another property that's to the east, which is, let me see, that is Miss Moon. I know her. She's at 8600. Actually, all those little 5-acre lots just to the east, they all book it. They're all appraised at 43,000, which is 8,600 per acre. Period. And then south of that property is Mr. Brett. Kind of getting out of order here. I mean, he's at 6,200. And then to the west would be Mr. Young, and he's at like 5,000. And one thing to take into consideration when I'm talking about all this, if this is pulled up by name, with that 1791 Weeping Willow, if you notice where it's dictated, all that property is all family-owned land around me, that L shape. I just own a little 3-acre piece of it. So I'm going by all the properties around me, not just the one that wraps around me. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it's good.
No,
You keep going. You've got
You know,
whatever you
He
want
has
to
a
do.
minute left.
Yeah,
Well,
you got a minute
Well,
left.
and like I said, there's gonna be there's a bunch of other things that I'm gonna have to bring. I'm just addressing the land right now.
Well, you might want to keep going then, because there's a time limit to this. so-
Well, okay, and then let me go down the other part of this. There's a lot of adjustments that need to be made for the way they have the description on my property. It actually looks like I've got over 5,000 square foot house. Now, that descriptor is wrong. The way one of these buildings is actually listed as dwelling, and it's actually only a metal building. There shows to be a canvas awning. I'm gonna try to rush through this, guys.
I
There's a
understand.
canvas
Okay.
awning. It does not exist, hasn't existed since about 2010. Covered porch, square foot, incorrectly labeled at 500, it's 239 square feet. That needs to be adjusted. The other covered porch is incorrectly labeled at 198. it needs to be changed to 184. The second floor, there is no second floor on this home. It is only a one-story home, period. So what I want to do is basically just going by all the numbers here, adjust it. Now, on the paperwork that you have there on some of the other deals, the unit price of the property, the house itself at $99.98. I looked basically the neighbors on both sides of me, similar construction, one's brick, one's stucco. One's at about $60
Okay,
a square foot, the other one's at about 80, so that should put me somewhere in the middle of
Run out of
those,
time.
75.
Okay.
What'd you say?
You're out of time. It's okay. We'll get back to it.
Okay,
You're out
so
of time.
now, so now
Just-
Ray gets 2 minutes to cross-examine and 5 minutes to.
There's those minutes in front of you there, Mr. Montgomery. We're just gonna go through those. But you'll get some more time. I'm gonna give you some of my time. Because I don't need very much time. On the land,
Yes.
that land, those different things that you talked about there, were any of the acreages that you gave, the values per acre, were any of those near your size, or were some of those bigger pieces of land?
2 of them are larger, and then several of the other ones are about 5 acre. Like all those lots on the east side,
Uh-huh.
those are all 5-acre lots, and they're all banging at 8,600 per acre.
Okay, that's fine. The something that just so that you know, and we're not gonna have time to get into it, but the larger acres are gonna have value less per acre.
No, but that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing
I'm
across
trying
the
to-
street
I'm trying
from
to do
you,
something.
I got you. The thing across the lots across the street from you, I think I know what's going on there. There's a land table is something that establishes it's value. A land table is value, what something's worth, and then it's got a land table, and that's how you assign value. It's basically an accounting term in this office. There's a land table break right there. So across the street from you, that land is actually valued less than yours, and it's on purpose. It's on purpose. We're doing it on purpose. We may be wrong, but historically, that land right there has not been it hasn't done as well. And you can kind of tell because
No,
there's
it's
not as,
very desirable. That's actually in the Peninsula Oak subdivision where I'm outside of it.
yes, sir, right. And so there's, for whatever reason, the market has an established value there. We're saying that on your side of the road, the land is more valuable than the land on that side of the road. That kind of stuff happens in this
Yeah,
world.
well, I
In this-
mean, they have an easement from a county maintained road.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any.
Okay, the other thing is, I guess to cut to the chase on this thing, because we will run out of time here, is we have a value of $42,000 on your land.
Yes.
For 3 acres, that's not anything that bugs me. Okay, that's really kind of normal around here. But what I want to know from you is what do you think that land value would be? Given
I would
the
say
easements.
somewhere around 9,000, because even, like I say, the property, even my mother's property right around me, that was literally cut off of that property.
Yes, sir. You were going to say per acre.
Is that 10, yes, per acre.
So, like, if we just said-
Is that 10,000 per acre?
Yes, sir. So if we said that was 30,000, let's just say 3 acres, $30,000, just for the heck of it. Or we could say 28. I don't.
There's a
that-
whole bunch of them around this, that, yes.
Yes,
we're
sir.
falling in that ball.
Okay. So the next thing that I want to get some of this stuff handled for you. That square footage on that MA on that metal building,
Yes.
we're not calculating that. Our software does that, but we know to tell the software, fine, if you want to count it as a main area, count it, but we make the square footage of that, the price per square foot drastically lower. So
Oh, I saw that, but whenever you put the comps to it, they're comping it to houses that are
It's annoying.
3,000 plus.
it's annoying. I
Yeah.
understand.
Because of the way the descriptor comes out.
I understand. And the thing is that in that comp, it's also doing that, but it's also trying to account for the fact that most people probably didn't have the metal barn. So there's a subtraction going on. Also, what I want to say is that,
The square footage on all those houses was way above mine. Because
Okay.
we've even got a whole story of the house that's listed on here that doesn't.
no, that's where I'm trying to get to, because I feel like we can get some work done there. The metal building being counted as an MA is a non-issue for us, other than it's annoyance because we're always having to explain it to people.
Exactly.
But if there's not a second floor, you're telling me there's not a second floor, right? And I'm believing you. That's $52,000. So here's my issue. I have to care about market value. If I take that off, which it has to come off, it's not there, it comes off. So now we go from 380 minus 50. Now we're down to 330. We take another 10 off for the land, the easement issues. Now we're down to 320. And then we take that awning off. Now we're down to about 318, right?
Okay.
We're getting pretty close to a number that I'm gonna want to stop at.
Well, in the covered porches, they're
I
way
understand.
over on square footage and whatnot.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that we correct the square footage of the covered porches. Then now we're getting down to 315. So what I want to tell you is there's a lot of stuff to correct here,
Yes.
but I've just done the math. These guys, this review board, all they get to do is establish a value. All the stuff that you want fixed, I have to do later, okay? So we need to get to a value. So what I'm trying to say is I'm okay at 315.
By the time, and I don't have the math, I know I got some.
Total or on improvements?
By the time, if we remove the awning, second
Yes.
floor,
Yes,
the descriptor is the MA I'm not worried about. We bring the covered porches, everything, and then, that alone on, this is just the property brings it down to, 277, 589. Then on the property, we'd go at 30, so we, whatever,
What?
277,
plus 30
589 plus 30.
is what, 307?
Yeah, so we're.
So let me do
That's
this.
about where we're at.
Let me do this. I'm okay at 300.
Okay.
And then you got to give us some time to fix all this
No, I'm fine.
nonsense.
Yeah, I agree.
So are you okay with us saying there's some stuff wrong here? We'll agree at 300,
Yes.
and then you'll give us
I'm
this
here to
next.
help try to get it all straightened out.
Yes, let's do that. I'm good with
Okay.
that if you're good with that.
So
Yeah.
Ray, you offered him 300, right?
That's correct.
Sir, Mr. Montgomery, is that 300? Does that seem like a fair value to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so on account number 8819604, based upon what we heard from the property owner, excuse me, and from the appraisal district, taking into consideration the incorrect appraised market value or the possibility, and also of the appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, I make a motion on account 8819604, we lower the 2020 value to 300,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll get all
Thank you
that
for
cleaned up.
bringing us good evidence.
Yep, we'll get it all
Well,
cleaned up.
actually, I feel like I didn't bring y'all anything.
Well, you did fine, and all this stuff, you pointed out stuff.
Most of it's just on mistakes.
Yes,
I mean,
you're
really all it
absolutely
is.
right. Once I realized that, I knew we just needed to run to a value, get there, and then we'll fix this stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
So,
All right.
sir, if you would, you'll get something in the mail that'll restate this value, but also there's an opportunity to do a survey on your experience with the appraisal review board. And we would really appreciate if you would take the time to fill out that survey and turn it in, please.
Is that a paper survey or where like? is that
The
something-
Val
Yes,
who's
I've got one.
there, she can tell you but you need to leave the room so we can get on with another hearing.
No, that's fine. If it's online, I'll do it whenever I get home. Cause I'm fixing to go to work.
yeah, yep.
That'll work.
Thank you, Mr. Montgomery.
Thank y'all. I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, appreciate it.
The next case number is going to be 1121, and it is a phone-in hearing.
Okay. Are they on the phone now?
No, we're not ready yet.
That's y'all had all that stuff to do too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Fine.
So hard talking to people when you can't see their face. You know it? I'd love to shake your hands, but.
Yeah, I
sorry.
appreciate it, man.
Thank y'all much.
Yeah, you bet.
Are you ready?
He sounds like that actor. That's why I wanted to see.
I'm
what
ready.
he looked like.
Okay, I'm gonna bring whoever's in here in the waiting room in.
Clear the screen.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Who's the actor that married Barbara Streisand?
Josh Brolin?
Yeah, yeah. He sounded like him.
I think it was Josh Brolin.
I think, yeah, Bill, is it Josh? Yep, you're right.
Mr. Kalfas.
Hello?
Mr. Kalfas.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you. This is Charlie Powers, the Appraisal Review Board. We have some administrivia to go through before we get to the heart of the matter. Just follow along, and I have some questions toward the end.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1121, account number 62357. This hearing is being recorded. We're the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protests today. We're all basically in on Zoom. Robert Dayton, Kathy Hoffman, Cindy Duck, and myself, Charles Powers, are the panel, and we're all here with you on Zoom. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. The Comptroller's Office provides an electronic survey for you to offer feedback about your experience today that may be accessed at the appraisal district office or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. Survey is voluntary. We do appreciate it if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. Mr. Kalfas, do we have all of your evidence?
You do.
Very good, thank you. The ARB members who are considering your protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public, and I'm witnessing Mr. Dayton, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. Duck, and Mr. Powers' signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony
Sorry.
from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Ray
Yes,
Presley,
sir.
solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. Kalfas, I'm going to assume that since you signed the affidavit, you'll be under oath for the duration of this hearing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I am.
Very good, thank you. Do you have a
Thank you.
Texas appraiser license?
I don't, but
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that I've been in the property business for a long time, and so own quite a bit of property.
Yeah, I just needed
Go
to
ahead.
know if you had a license. It's a
No, sir, I don't.
It's a technicality thing.
No,
Do
sir.
you have a hand? Can you put your hands on the hearing procedure times? It's a page that was a chart that was in your package that was sent to you by the district.
I don't believe I have it. I'm pretty clear on what goes on.
Okay, well, we are going to adhere to that procedure throughout, and we have a timekeeper who will tell you if you run over your time.
Right.
The first question is, do you want to go first, or do you want the district to go first?
I'll let the district go first.
Okay, ready? You got 5 minutes.
Okay, it looks like Q1, Q2 are both under protest, incorrect appraised market value, and that the value exceeds the median level of appraisal. So this is a lot that's on Market Street. It's right behind that Shutters business or some, there's like a business, construction type business right there. And catty corner across the street from Camper Clank, in case, just for reference. Let's see here. This lot, sales grid, there's comp number 1 is from Church Street. Comp number 2 is from Highway 35. And comp number 3 is also Highway 35. And there's a median value there of 83,513. Equity wise, if the comps are right there at market, and what's the third one here? Also market, and the median equity value is 75,000. And also in the package there, you'll see there's a listing for this property. It's for sale for $73,900. That's when this was printed out. I don't know if that's how current that sell price is. And that's it. That's all we got.
Okay, so, Mr. Kalfas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you've got 2 minutes to cross-examine and 5 minutes to present, so I'm gonna give you 7 minutes, okay?
That's fine.
All right,
And I'm going to make it as fast as I can. So he's at 75,000 and he's went up 25,000 in 1 year. There's been no improvements on the lot or to the lot. I paid $61 for it. It had a house on it. The house got blown away by the hurricane. So I lost value, I would say. And y'all took me down, I guess, a year ago or 2 years ago at that point. And then all of a sudden, just in 1 year, they went up $25,000. They're, if we're not going to immediate lots, I can get a lot closer to the water around the same square footage for a lot less, a cheaper price. And so, is my value in a piece of residential property that they haven't ran the sewer lines up Market Street yet, or going to town and buy a lesser lot for lesser money that has sewer lines in front of it, or this property does have a septic tank, but would a person rather have a septic tank or a sewer? I would say a sewer. And so it's got its downfalls. And the lot behind me on Market is the same size lot. I didn't really get a look on what the appraisal was on it, but I don't think it's what they're charging me the appraisal on per square foot. And I guess that's about all I've got.
okay. All right, so, Ray, you get, you get 2 minutes for cross-examine and 2 minutes for rebuttal.
No, okay. All I have is that the value did go up quite a bit. The previous value was a distribute value for like 55,000 or something like that. I haven't looked through the account. I'm assuming that it has something to do with the hurricane. And we just removed the distribute value and told it to calculate. We didn't know there's a septic tank on the property, but that makes sense because there was a house there. That wasn't an issue with me. it's debatable, I guess. Is this residential? Is this commercial? What's the highest and best use for this lot? I don't know for sure. It depends. It seems like it's commercial. It fronts onto 35 or on the market. I wouldn't want to build a house there, but people have built houses there. But now people tend to be building these metal buildings in these spaces. So, we might be creeping into where the highest and best use is some sort of rentable commercial structure. I actually do not know where the city utility lines go. I don't know where they stop or start in this area. I'm not sure.
The utility, can I intervene real quick?
Sure.
The utility lines were have stopped at the resale shop. I don't know what that resale.
Yeah.
Castaways.
Okay, so I mean, if that's the case, which is, I mean, I guess it's a little surprising. I never knew that, but that would mean Marbach Plumbing, and I guess is on a septic tank also.
Wow.
No, I don't think they're on a septic tank. They're on the sewer. My neighbor that was talking about getting the sewer, but then they were talking about having to put a pump in to get the sewer, I guess, motivated to, because it's uphill,
Okay.
or that part sets down, and to get it to move uphill, they had to get that pump to move it uphill or something. So they never got it in, and it's very costly to get the sewer in that area.
So
per foot.
Yes, sir. I hear you, man. That is information that not only do I not have, but I wasn't even thinking about it. So I don't have a clue what that means or doesn't mean. The reality of this situation is there is a piece of land on 35 that is under protest, that is for sale, and the appraisal district is not going to voluntarily lower the value. Even given what is being said, the review board just needs to make a decision on this. I don't know about the septic and the utility lines. If you would have asked me, on the street, I would have told you that the sewer lines run all the way down that road. I had no idea, but that's fine.
That's crazy.
And
Ray, can I just ask you one thing? And I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the blue lines are indicating, is that building on this property, or is it on the other property?
No, it's just offset, Cindy. That building is not on this property. This is a vacant lot, with the exception of it has a septic tank on there, and the only reason it does is because there used to be a house. So it has a residual septic tank.
Okay. Where are we time-wise?
Ray's time just finished, and he had finished. So now we are into protester rebuttal. You get 2 minutes,
Okay.
sir. Mr. Kalfas?
Okay, and the thing's been for sale for 75,000. I'd lowered it to 73.9. It's been for sale on the market for over a year. So,
Did you have no success? Obviously, at 75, I take it.
I haven't had
No.
no success, no sir.
No offers.
I have had an offer here shortly. We're in the stage of accepting or not accepting. I've accepted it, but it until you get money in your pocket, you don't have anything yet. And I'm at 70. They're at 70,000, but after I pay all my costs, I'm at like 63,000 that's in my pocket. I paid 61. Where's the value?
Oh, so your offer is at 60? I'm sorry, 70?
No, my offer's at 70, but after paying title policy, after paying everything, that brings me back down to what I paid for it. I don't get any. I'm not making any money. I'm just selling it because y'all are taxing it every year more and more, and I can't see it feasible for myself to say, hey, it's worth it.
All right, are you done, Mr. Kalfas?
I'm done.
Okay, all right, so now, the district, you get 1 minute to close.
Yeah, it's in for it. You guys have to understand that the district with something like this, our approach to something like this is that even if we didn't just hear about the possible purchase and it could fall through, who knows? I get it. The district's opinion is that the property is essentially worth what someone's asking for it, plus or minus maybe 5%. I mean, well, maybe minus 5%. That's just what we see. And I'm not touching this thing with the 10-foot pole. You guys put your name on it.
Okay. All right, and so Mr. Kalfas, you've got 1 minute for your closing.
Yeah, I just want to say that you know, I respect you all hearing me, and I guess there's not much I can say. You know, just that you know, I'm getting my money back. I've held on to it and paid taxes on it for heck 3 or 4 years, and thought I was going to do better than I did. So, but that's about it.
Okay, so now the appraisal review board gets 5 minutes to ask questions and to discuss and deliberate to come up with our final decision.
He's got an offer for 70. I say it's worth 70.
All right, I was just going to say that. Would be the market value if somebody's willing to pay that.
Yep. I could go for that.
Cindy?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, today is August, so it isn't January 1st, but I mean, you know, he had it on the market. He got the offer for 70. So, I mean, I kind of, it's like, gee, okay, it's been presented. And so that would kind of be the market value for that piece of property.
Can we have a motion?
I make a motion on account number 62357. Based upon what we've heard from the property owner and from the appraisal district, taking into consideration incorrect appraised market value and considering appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal, I make a motion on account 62357 that we lower the total value on the property to $70,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Done. Mr. Kalfas,
Yes, sir.
it's $70,000.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and you'll get something in the mail within the next 2 weeks or so that'll restate that value. Also,
Right.
there will be something about a survey about your experience with the appraisal review board, you know, the four of us. And
I missed y'all this year. I missed y'all this year. I didn't get to see you in person.
Oh, okay. Well, I was like, oh my God, no, you didn't. You just talked to us all. I was like, oh my God, Twilight Zone. So anyway,
New World Order.
if you would fill out the survey and send it back in, we would find that extremely helpful.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Valerie there?
Yes, the next case was scheduled as a phone hearing, and actually there'll be 2 by the same property owner, but we did not receive a call, so we're going to hear it by both of these by affidavit.
Are they the last 2 on 130?
Yes.
Okay. Which ones are they?
Case 1468 will be the first one.
Okay. And what's the other one?
1469.
Okay.
That's a fast game.
So we're starting 1468. Are we ready?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready.
Okay. Opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1468, account 20483. This is an affidavit hearing. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing the protest today. Present on the panel are myself, Charles Powers, Cindy Duck, Kathy Hoffman, and Robert Dayton. I didn't forget you this time.
Thank you.
We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of the protest. Protester has the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to the protester with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material is assumed to have been provided with the affidavit.
Okay.
The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F. I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I've not communicated with any person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I am signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing by Zoom Mr. Powers, Ms. Duck, Ms. Hoffman, and Mr. Dayton's signatures, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
District Representative will now read the affidavit into the record. It's a Q1, Q2.
Q1, Q2, okey doke. I'm gonna look at the protest form.
Yep, it is.
The protest form.
Oh, wait, no, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Nope, it isn't.
The old one is still up there.
Yeah,
gotcha.
me too.
The protest form says Hurricane Harvey repair not complete.
Right,
So I think we can make an assumption that we're talking about value.
right.
So that should be okay, right?
Yes,
Okay, so when we look at this notice of protest, it has the name and address and phone number, as well as that Hurricane Harvey box checked. It has your opinion of value, 476,235. See attached permit, contract to complete rear, has a couple of values there, 19,687 plus 12,507 equals 32,194. Estimated value is the math is the notice value 508,430 minus the 32,195 rounded, equaling a value of 476,235. It's checked about hearing type is that by telephone, and the rest of it is just okay. Now we're going to get to a Berryman quote for main house shingle roof. It has an itemized listing for roofing with a value of $19,187. And there is going to be another quote for a deck re-roof. Comes out to $12,507. And then the last page is a permit. Notice the date there is June 16th of 2020 by the city of Rockport. Square foot calculation, 57, I don't know, that's whatever, that's 5,700 square feet of roofing, I guess. $570 total for the permit. Okay, so when I go back over and look at the taxpayer evidence, It's going to be pretty similar, I believe. I'm just going to go through it real quick. It looks like it's the same documents. Everything is the same. Mr. McCray protested and submitted
It's still in the attic?
the same paperwork. So we'll go straight into the evidence here for the CAD and go straight to sales approach, market value. Median value is 514, 581. The comps are Harbor Oaks, and Harbor Oaks, all associated with Harbor Oaks. He's on Turkey Neck Circle. You would think that the district would, at this point, somewhat just agree with the owner with concerning value and concerning that he needs to be re-roofed and that he's proved that it wasn't on the first. I am very slow to and will not agree because I don't like the market value of 508. If we bring up Picto, and I don't mean to be hard-headed, but I'm going to be on this one. If you bring up Picto on this is on Turkey Neck Circle, and I'm a little bit concerned that we are $200,000 low on this house. So I've said my piece, and you guys, it's up. Y'all can do what you will.
Is this home in Key Allegro?
No, sir.
Or is
It's
it-
Harbor Oaks.
Harbor Oaks, okay.
Yes,
On
sir.
Turkey Neck Circle, right there by the marina. So it's on the canal.
Okay.
Nice location.
My thought is that the district put that value on it, and I don't see any Hurricane Harvey things on it, so I think we should take it down to the 476, 235. That's just my opinion right off the bat, but go on.
I think the district's opinion was that it was too low.
But they're the ones that put that value, Kathy.
Yeah, I know, but having said that, I would take into consideration of the fact that repairs need to be made and it still would be low.
How'd it get
I
200,000
think,
low?
knowing that street and knowing those
but
homes.
Kathy, if you get, I'm just saying, it's because like if I'm trying to figure out who proved their case, okay, the appraisal district sent him their evaluation for the year, and that was 508,430. There are no hurricane codes, so he's proven that he is going to get the roof done by showing us I take that as proof. And he showed us the bids. I believe it. He didn't go for 50,000 or what, he just said these two things need to still be fixed. So if that's a normal house, let's take off the two things that are big, which roof you gotta have. So I'm just saying that's my opinion, but the district is who sent him the valuation of 508,430.
Roofing is worth 2% of a total house value. So what is 2% of 508?
Well, okay.
497,840.
How much?
497,840.
Fine. So 508,430 minus, what did you say?
No, I'm saying the total value, Charlie. Minus 2% would be
508,430?
No, it would be 497,840. Isn't that what you said, Robert?
I don't think that was Robert. I think it was.
It was Ray. I get
Was it
498, 498, 250.
yeah, that's fine.
498,250?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be what I would suggest.
Wait, but it didn't just roof. What was the other thing listed?
They were
other people.
both roofing.
They're both roof.
Oh, they are?
I think we're doing justice at 498,250, whatever. I still think it's undervalued, but that's, they even noted at 508, so that's
I'm not with you.
not our problem, but I still think it's undervalued. I'll go along with the 498,250.
Okay. All right, so on account number 20483, based upon what we heard from the affidavit, the property owner's affidavit, and from the appraisal district, I make a motion taking into consideration any issues which might affect the total valuation on the property that we've been made aware of, that we lower the 2020 value to $498,250.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Done. Hearing is closed. We have another one, 1469. Well, let's see. Opening hearing on case ID 2020-1469, account 17626. This, by the way, is the same owner. This is an affidavit hearing. The hearing is being recorded. We have the appraisal review board that will be hearing the protest today. People on the panel are myself, Charles Powers, Cindy Duck, Kathy Hoffman, Robert Dayton. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of the protest. Protester has the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to the protester with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material is assumed to have been provided with the affidavit. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in Texas.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I have not communicated with any individual in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I am physically located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in the state of Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I have witnessed Mr. Powers, Ms. Duck, Ms. Hoffman's, and Mr. Dayton's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct. Thanks.
District representative will now read the affidavit into the record.
Okay, here we go. Notice of protest on 209 South Austin Street, Rockport. It has Q1 checked, and it also has other Hurricane Harvey repairs not complete. It says the outside awning was destroyed during Harvey and has not been replaced. A major repair next door, reduced value. Hurricane Harvey, market value, goodness, overstated at $78,030, and the street floods. Checked for telephone conference, checked for mail, and that the owner, and let me see if there's anything else. All right, that's the protest form. Let me look at the evidence here. Is there anything additional on this? On the affidavit of evidence, only Q1 is checked, and it doesn't look like there's any notes. Do y'all see it? I'm having trouble with mine like flickering here.
No, I think that's the only thing that's checked on our form. It has Q5, but that's not on the evidence form.
He has a notary. It's signed. Everything is done correctly. Marcella Meany in Harris County. All of this looks right. Okay, so the district's evidence is This is a commercial property that is down on Austin Street in the kind of business district there, Old Rockport area, 209 South Austin. The valuation was changed from cost to income. It gives a value of $78,030. It is a substantial change from the past valuation, and it is no longer derived from the cost of the materials or from neighborhood or subdivision adjustments. So if you notice, there is an income calculation worksheet which describes the way that we came to our values, has an NOI, and that's it. There is a grid. Okay, I didn't know we had income. We have an income equity grid, which shows these are all properties that are of the same type of business. And from their PIDs there, these are all properties that are on Austin Street. And you'll notice that, I think that's the subject property there. Let me make sure. The first one is, okay, yeah, the first one is for $78,000. It's considerably less than the other ones. I believe that it's kind of a small boutique looking place. And that's it.
Even if you go by cost, the lack of an awning isn't going to have that much effect.
It's not, Charlie.
No.
That's why I saw the value and I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
Well, he also noted that I guess one of the buildings next door is not in total repair, but I don't know that we can take that into consideration.
Right.
I don't think there's anything on Austin Street that's in total repair.
Yeah, right.
I say we leave it the way it is.
Well, now, wait,
I would agree.
can I just ask you something?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, pull that picture out a little bit. Please. Okay, see the buildings, see how that building is shorter? Like, do you have the square footage of that building? Is it,
768.
Yeah, it showed the square footage of that building. It's small.
because I just am asking because, some of the other buildings around there extend back further.
And some of them are smaller.
Oh, yeah, if you go two to the right, one's about the same size and one's smaller.
I see one that's the same and then I can't see any further.
Yeah, there's two more. One's the same size and one's smaller to the right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I couldn't see that in my picture. Okay.
I think we should leave the price where it is.
I agree.
He didn't submit any of his accounting numbers or, Ray?
No, Cindy, he didn't. Hopefully me and you are looking at everything that he submitted. I'm going back through here to make sure that I didn't miss anything, but
There's nothing more there.
it's pretty, I guess you would say boilerplate.
Okay. All right. Well, without the real numbers, I don't know how we can change because I don't know. So anyway, but you get what I'm saying. If we don't have any numbers to put in that formula, I don't know how we change it anyway. It's on the income method now, right?
Right.
That is correct.
Okay. So that's how it is. Okay. So on account 17626, taking into consideration what we heard from the appraisal district and what we read from the affidavit of the property owner, taking into consideration the incorrect appraised market value and any other issue which might affect the total valuation on the property, I make a motion that we leave the value at $78,030.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Done. We're good till 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Do we have any affidavits or anything to do?
Can't do them till we're done with the hearings.
Do we know how many
No.
people, Val, we have at 3
3
o'clock?
o'clock, we can't?
What's that?
Okay, I think I was asked if I know how many hearings at 3 o'clock. I believe we have 5 scheduled, and it'll just depend on who shows up.
Okay, so we don't know yet.
No, we haven't had any call-ins yet.
Okay.
30
So are
minutes.
there any that are just affidavits?
No.
I was
Sorry.
hoping.
I guess we have to wait till 3 o'clock.
I guess,
Or whatever,
yes,
we could all stay on and maybe somebody will call in early.
just
What I
like.
can do is text if we get somebody, as soon as we get somebody who's ready to go, and see
That'll
if
work.
everybody's ready to reconvene.
That'll work. Val.
Okay.
I'll be ready.
Thank you.
I turned it off. I'm gonna meet you guys so y'all can't hear us talk about you.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the rest of.
don't know.
Well, that's, I mean, it's a gold rush, and what's interesting about it is.
I don't know if I'm connected to this. Hello, is anybody there?
Yeah,
I'm here.
Who's that?
Robert and Charlie.
And
Oh.
Cindy.
Cindy,
I can't see anybody.
you can't
Oh,
see anybody?
ACAD hasn't, they haven't unblocked, they blocked their camera.
Oh, I still got a picture of the stores on the screen.
Yes, they
Yeah.
will.
But
You all?
don't you have a series of chiclets across the top
Yeah.
with the pictures?
No, you just turned yours off, Kathy. Oh, that's it. You have to, on some of the iPads, you only have space for so many, so you have to look at other people in order, it cuts you off.
And then again, do what?
It's a,
So can you guys see each other? I still have on my screen the picture of all the stores.
Yeah,
Yes,
and we
those are-
lost your picture.
Well, I'm gonna sign off and sign back on again.
no, Kathy, you don't need to, I don't think.
Oh,
The-
all right.
The appraisal
We can hear
district,
you.
they haven't come on yet. They're on, but they haven't cleared the screen. So even if you sign off and come back, there you go. See them clicking?
Yeah,
There.
okay, yeah.
Now. That
I
must
still-
have been Scott.
But I still can't see anybody.
Well, he has to take the cover off.
You're not on there. You're called iPad. This is you right here. Well, you can't see it, but everyone else can see you as iPad. Oh, and I don't have this on either. There is no one signed in and no one in the parking lot so far, just so you all know.
Okay.
Oh, now I can see you. You had the camera turned off.
Yeah, that's that camera, but we can't see you.
I don't know why.
No, Kathy, you clicked something a minute ago because we could see your picture, but now we can hear you. You're good. We just
Yeah,
can't.
There you go.
Do I click share content? What do
Whatever
I
you,
click?
don't click anything else. You're back.
Oh, okay.
Charlie.
Don't,
I
Hey,
don't know what I
what's
don't know what I
Charlie?
don't touch.
Okay.
Kathy, start punching all the buttons.
Yeah, right. I don't know. So we
Charlie
don't have it?
he loves teaching you how to do this. Come on, punch on a button and then he'll tell you what it does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If my husband does that, I call him the button pusher because he pushes buttons all the time. He has no idea what he's pushing.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God.
So what did I hear them say that nobody's called and nobody's out there?
Yeah, but it isn't 3:15 yet. We have to wait till 3:15.
Oh, we have to wait till 3:15, right?
Yep.
So maybe we'll have the afternoon off. Well, what's left of it anyway.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I won't know what to do with myself.
Watch the hurricane.
Hurricanes, look, I was a little nervous there for a while about Laura, but it looks like it's heading west, but I think it's going to be north of us. And then it looks like it's going to turn around and head inland, make like a sharp right-hand turn. But,
Yeah, but my daughter's right on the western edge of the cone, and I think I'm going to end up with 2 dogs and a cat.
Where is she? Houston?
She's south of Beaumont.
Oh.
Dude,
that
you
could be
probably
the
will,
problem.
Charlie.
Yeah, because it looks like it's going to come on that would be the southern edge of the storm. Or
Yeah.
the cone.
Cone.
I don't
like
think
dogs and cats.
if it goes the way it looks like they've got it forecasted, but who knows? And I don't think we'd even get any rain.
No, we're not going to get anything.
It looks like though Marco is gonna like end up heading south, following the coastline south, and maybe we might get a little remnant in it. Like
Really?
Friday. I mean, that's the last one I looked at, looked like.
Yeah, you're right. We might get a few remnants, but it won't be all that much.
No, it won't,
It would only be rain. I don't even think we'd get
Yeah.
wind.
You get rain.
we
Well,
got-
that would be,
yeah,
that'd
hey,
be fine with me. Boy, those poor people in Louisiana, they're gonna get double whammy.
Yeah,
Isn't that
Like they need it, you know?
not a good time to be in New Orleans.
Never a good time.
It was something crazy, like it's been since 1959 or something, since there were 2 hurricanes that like crossed paths like that.
I thought they said that it had never happened in recorded history.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Bill just corrected me. Yes. It's never happened. I don't know what I heard. They were talking about
Yeah,
something.
I think they said it's the first time the 2 hurricanes have been in the Gulf simultaneously.
No, it's happened before.
No, it hasn't.
two storms have been there, but not both of them being hurricanes at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
I'm just glad it's not hitting Rockport.
Oh, God.
Very thankful for that.
The thought just absolutely terrifies me.
But now I have an apartment in Denton to go to. Yay!
You got what?
Now I have an apartment in Denton to go to.
Oh, your son. Yeah, I was thinking of you, Cindy. You knew the Butlers, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's where we went for the last hurricane because they live in Kerrville and they have a casita.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah. So I was getting ready to call them, put dibs on it.
Yeah, see, and we were gonna stay at the Hinkles casita, and then their lady that takes care of their dogs, she came and nobody else would take her because she has so many dogs. So we went down we ended up at the Fishers, that they also live in Cuero. We ended up staying in there. It isn't a casita. It's like a whole nother house. It was like, gee, let's just stay here for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Seriously, they had their dog house is bigger than any house I've ever lived in.
Oh, geez. How many dogs do they have?
They just had 2.
What?
They only had 2 dogs, but they had they have this lovely, huge thing. And from the house, which is like way far away, you can hit remotes and it opens the gates. So the dogs then would come running over to that, of course they had a pool. It's set up like a hacienda, deal where houses and they all to a courtyard.
It's a great place to stay.
Oh my God. Well, and they're such lovely people.
Who is that?
The Fishers, it's in Cuero.
I don't know them.
He does, he's the governor's, right hand guy, like he does all the parliamentary stuff for the governor. He keeps the House, the Senate and the House, kind of cohesive.
Do they have a house here in Rockport?
They did. It got really badly hurt, and then they had some bad, I don't know, contractors, I think. I don't know. But so I don't think they really come here that much now, because it kind of breaks your heart, and they love the country. And they are just such beautiful people anyway. Lovely.
Well, it's always nice to have some place to go.
Yep. So. We're just lucky there's so many nice people around.
I'm not so sure the Butlers would have us again though, because I have one cat who's laying up here on the table with me right now, who has claws and he likes to use them. And unbeknownst to us, he clawed pretty good gaffs in their molding around one of their doors. So we didn't notice it till we were leaving. Well, of course, we offered to pay for it, but they were able to fix it. So unless I get this cat declawed, I don't know what the possibilities are of going there again.
My daughter's cat's name is Mayhem.
Uh-oh.
Oh. So is that descriptive of it?
Yes,
Oh, well, I bet you'll be glad to have it then.
just looking forward to it.
I just don't want to have to deal with all that again.
Oh, God. We went, after we left the Kerrvilles, the Butlers in Kerrville, we went to, because after a week, I thought we'd better get out of there.
Right.
We went down to Harlingen and stayed at a Residence Inn.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you what, we had, had a kitchen and, bedroom, big bath, it's brand new. I had, the cats were happy and, the food was good and all that. And after about a week, I said, you know what, this isn't so bad.
Well, and
Go downstairs and get breakfast. And then, they had the cocktail parties. And
that's what I was about to say. They have happy hours, so that's kind of.
All kind. Then they had hamburger night and Sunday night and whatever. And they bring food to your door. And, it was like, being waited on hand and foot. So he said, oh, this isn't really so bad.
No, that isn't so bad.
Hey, Robert,
Yes.
Dow's up 378.
Wow. Okay. That's up another 100 points from what it was
Those of
earlier.
us, those of us who have oil stocks, and I'm sure you do, Robert, they're all up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, for a change.
Yeah, well, it's 42, 41.
None of the cases. None of COVID cases.
Needs to be twice that.
Yeah, right.
Robert was here earlier to give everybody by Zoom.
Mhm. We thought we may go ahead, if y'all are ready to do the letters, since it's almost 10 after 3, nobody has checked in with us.
Okay, fine with us.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the letters are on your Zoom tablet. There's
Oh,
2 to look at today.
There's a few.
2.
You.
Okay.
And Cindy, they're there if you want to go ahead and read them into the record. Or I could read them. I mean, that's
Well, I was just laughing. I'm fine.
okay.
which one are you gonna do first?
Which one do y'all want? Well, I think,
Go with the Forney letters up there first. You wanna do
yeah.
that?
Hey, are they both the Forney letter about the Forney?
No, go ahead and start with the Hale letter. I think it'll be a little
Okay.
more clear doing it that way.
Yeah, makes more sense. And we do have the board has ruled on similar things in the past, and we have a form letter behind it. So, but go ahead and just read what you've got there.
Okay, so I'm reading the Hale letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just make sure I'm getting these in order. Second letter, okay.
Oh, it's on the bottom, it's on the bottom, right? Letter to
No.
board received August 21, is that it?
No, okay, here, I think it's the one that says Hale, previous letter dated July 31st.
That's the first one.
Right. And so y'all read that one in before at a previous meeting. So I just put it there for your reference, but it would be the letter received on August 21st.
Why don't we go ahead and look at that again? I don't remember it.
Go ahead. You can bring it up.
Okay, dear, okay,
Here-
this is,
Wait a minute. We don't have to read the one in again, the one received July 31st.
Okay, I'll just read it to myself on the screen here.
So I'm going to give you a minute to do that.
Does anybody else want to read it?
I read it already.
I've read it.
Okay. All right. Oh, I do remember it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the new one is
August 21. We'll let it
August
go.
21.
Okay.
Okay.
So that needs to be read into the record, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it says, okay, Aransas, this is dated August 19th. Okay, and it's addressed to us and Charlie. I received your email dated August 5th, denying my request for a good cause hearing to protest my home valuation at 18 Bimini. I am writing you in hopes to get you and the board to reconsider and grant me a good cause hearing. My wife composed the first letter and I simply signed it. The reason she composed the letter and not me was that I was only a week removed from having a tennis ball sized cancerous tumor removed from my brain and was not capable of the task and not in my right mind. I'm not sure if my wife adequately expressed to you, okay, wait, he was, posed the first letter because he was just a week removed. Okay, so a week, right. I'm not sure if my wife adequately expressed to you and the board how debilitating this disease was both months before and weeks after the surgery. I am happy to say that my memory, cognitive reasoning skills, speech, and motor skills have shown improvement since the surgery. They were all compromised greatly before the surgery. I am making two assumptions when asking you to reconsider granting me a good cause hearing. Neither may be true. My first assumption is that because you have a mechanism in place to request a hearing, that you do on occasion grant a good cause hearing. My second assumption is that a majority of the hearings that are granted are because of a medical emergency condition suffered by the homeowner that prevented them from meeting the deadline to protest. This is true for me. Again, I am not sure if my wife adequately expressed to you and the board how debilitating this disease was both months before and weeks after the surgery. The tumor that was removed is known as glioblastoma. It is one of the most deadly and aggressive forms of brain cancer. For months before the surgery, this very large tumor was exerting pressure on my brain, causing me to suffer memory loss, lack of cognitive reasoning, lack of motor skills, and difficulty with my speech. I am a patient at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston. I am happy to get any documentation you and the board may need to support this claim. I will be happy to field any questions you and the board may have. My cell number is this. I take no pleasure in asking this favor of you and the board. I wish I was not in this position. Best regards, Gary Hale.
And the response is called possible response to the letter.
Okay, hold on.
Just to Hale letter, second letter?
It would,
To the second letter.
Okay. We need to read this into the record too?
No, not in me.
We're just reading it for ourselves?
Yes.
Well, yes, because until, number one, this is
Okay.
It's 3:16. Val, nobody showed up yet?
I can go check real quick.
Yeah, I think this is good because Charlie, it actually, that 25-25 can be confusing to a property owner. And I like this letter because it does kind of, it does a pretty good job in a short few sentences, explaining what the 25-25 is.
Yeah.
I think it's very good, Charlie. I don't know.
I didn't write it. I didn't write it. I
know
take no credit.
Val is the best ever. We are so blessed.
Yeah, we are.
But I do like this letter. I mean,
Okay.
I feel
Right.
very, very, very bad for this gentleman in a horrible situation, but you can only do what we can only do.
Okay, so we need a motion.
I make a motion that we send the property owner this letter.
Okay.
I'll
Now-
second. If we have to vote on it?
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, sorry. The Forney letter is basically the same.
Same letter?
Same response,
Let's go
same
back.
situation. You can read his letter first. That one needs to be read into the,
Okay. Okay, so from Tom Forney to Barbara, I love that, to our office there. Excuse me. Dear Aransas County Appraisal Review Board, I am writing to request a property tax protest. I am aware I am late on this, but due to being out of state, isolating for COVID, since mid-March, I was not able to retrieve the mail until this week. My error, but hopefully the district can understand the situation. Attached is the history on my properties. As you can see, part of my lack of attention is that historically, the properties have had little to no changes. Suddenly this year, the changes are very dramatic. In the case of the landing at Redfish Point, no improvements have been made in over 12 years. In the case of 5701 Loop 1781, I have owned this property since 2003. The property is vacant land with no improvements. The only recent change is we carved out a 1-acre tract in order to donate the property to Camp Aransas Zoo, which takes place this year. I would appreciate the ability to discuss this further with the appropriate party. I may be reached by email or by the cell number listed below. And then he gives that.
now if we respond using the same letter as the other one based on, a need for a 25-25.
Yes, but also Charlie, in his case, it also sounds like an issue is all, I agree on one, yes, there is that. In addition to that, it sounds like they carved out a piece. And if that's the case, that's not something for us. That's something for the appraisal. That's not something we do. That's something that that either the appraisal district, I don't know who does it when you change your property. Is that the appraisal district? I mean, that's an issue we can't make a ruling on.
Right.
You can just put that comment in there is really all you need
Right.
to do.
I mean, because I do think we should say, for the portion, whatever.
The question is, do we give him a
No.
hearing at all?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Why?
no,
I mean,
no, I think
you can do it to the other 2 or 3 or 4 that were serious medical issues. I mean, there's no way, but so he can get that same letter, but I think we also need to say to him, you need to check on that other issue with the correct,
Well, then you're giving him a hearing.
huh?
Yeah, the essential question is whether he gets a hearing or not. That's what he's requesting.
No, and he doesn't.
No,
I don't think so.
No,
I-
he
I-
does
I don't
not
either.
get a hearing, because I
He
mean,
could have forwarded his mail. He could have done some things to retrieve his mail, and doesn't sound like he did.
It's
Yeah, so
personal responsibility.
I think we're all in agreement, but I think.
no,
the
that's
letter-
not even an issue. I agree. We're all like, no, that's,
Okay, so that's all the response needs to be.
okay, but Charlie, here, my concern, and I agree, but except he asked about something to do with cutting out a piece of property, and that's not something for us. That's not anything, even if we did give him a hearing, we don't do that. That's not our
He
job.
didn't ask a question about that. He made a statement.
Okay. Okay,
He made a statement. And
He's free.
it's fine.
He's free at any time
oh,
to come
you
in
know
and
what,
talk to
you're
the
right,
appraisal
you're
district.
right, because he says the only change is we carved out. You're correct, he isn't, well, I don't know, it doesn't matter, okay, he didn't ask, so there you go.
No,
Okay, I'll
I'm
make a
fine, I'm
motion.
fine with the same letter.
I am too, I make a motion that we send this.
Wait. When you say the same letter, you're giving him a hearing.
No,
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 we're
only
not.
Yes.
if it's 25-25.
Yes, but you're giving him a hearing.
no, if they don't fill out the paperwork, so you're
I
saying,
understand that, Cindy, but you're giving him the opportunity to have a hearing. That's what the letter with the 25-25 reference says.
Well, why would we give the other guy an opportunity for that and not this one?
Because this one could have solved his problem other ways.
no, I think,
He could have gotten his mail.
Should we just send him a short 1 or 2 sentence one then? It just says we are not going to allow you a hearing period.
But, well, what I would say to that, all of that, just informationally, anybody can file a 25-25 delta.
right,
And so you're not, this letter would suffice, I think. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but I think.
I don't think we should be sending out a bunch of different letters. I think we made the determination, the agreement as a board, that we would not grant any after the whatever, and
Right.
unless they could prove 25, unless they felt they had a 25-25.
Right. And anybody could, because he had not filed a protest timely, you're just responding to a timely protest. So if I think what I'm hearing, the board would say no to that, but you would be informing the property owner that they have the right of 25-25 delta,
Always.
which everybody does, which is fine. That's, I mean.
And I think, I agree, because I think once we've created a form and started using it, then we need to be consistent and use it all the time, okay? And now that we created this new one, which actually for people with a very, very bad medical reason, it's kinder in how it says the same thing. But yeah, I mean, everybody should, it's okay for us to educate them and say, hey, everyone has the right for a 25-25. If you want to, what was that?
My husband coughed.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I mean, I feel like, I'd rather be accused of educating than hiding something.
Not hiding anything, but if you want me to send the same letter, I will.
I feel like we should.
I don't know, Robert, what do you think?
I'm okay with sending the letter as long as it fits the situation. I mean, I don't think we should be sending the same letter just because we've developed
Have a letter,
it.
yeah.
Have a letter. It needs to fit the situation.
In his case, we're simply denying his request.
Exactly.
We are denying his request. I mean, obviously, we can't send the same letter because there's certain things in Mr. Hale's letter that are different. But I think it's okay to say the only time once the roll has been closed that a person is able to receive a a hearing is if they prove the 25-25. I think that's okay to let people be aware that that's the rule, that's the law.
And I'm okay with that if that's really, is that really the case? I mean,
Yes,
that's
is
true.
Yes, that is the case. At any point after the certification, a person can, they can fall under 25-25. And 25-25 delta
Anybody.
is specifically talking about 1/3 off for vacant land or commercial and 1/4 for a homesteaded property. Anybody could do that. Like, it's kind of one of those things. It's really, it's a hard thing, but the burden of proof shifts to them at that point.
Right.
Right.
But
I
I mean,
have no problem telling them that, as long as hopefully what we say to them, they understand that it has to be 1/3 difference.
Well,
I
that's
think
why that next page is there with the application, with the language on there. The movement states that the property is over by more than 1/3. It actually is over. It actually says that. Motion for hearing to correct 1/3 over appraisal error of non-residence homestead property. It actually says on the very.
Okay, well, then I'm okay with the same letter, only it has to be modified to change a few words here and there that pertain
Right, I mean-
particularly to the other guy.
Yeah, she did that. It's tailored to Forney.
No, I didn't read it.
give me 1 minute to look at it, okay, Charlie? Because I just,
Yeah, I haven't looked at it either.
let's look at it and see. I mean, I
What were you
don't,
doing? What were you doing? Eating lunch?
no, I wasn't looking at the information before we're talking.
No, I just scanned it and Val did a great job in correcting or changing or taking out the verbiage that didn't apply to Mr. Forney.
Okay, well, this one does. The way it's written, I think this is a great job. I think the middle section, that we should use that on every letter from here on out, because again, I would rather people go, they sent me all this information rather than, they sent so-and-so down the street a letter and it told him there was one other way, but my letter, all they did was deny it. Because that's when you start, that's not right. That isn't correct. That isn't fair. So
Give me a motion.
I make a motion that we do use this letter that Val has written and that we retain, especially the middle section of that well-written letter for future letters.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I assume nobody showed up.
I checked and nobody's called in and showed up.
Nobody's in their car passed out, are they?
I didn't look at that. I mean,
Okay,
Dead people in the car in the parking lot.
in that case, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn for today.
I'll
See you all
second that.
tomorrow.
Hey, do we start at
All in
8:30?
favor?
Aye.
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 We're
Yeah.
at 8:30 tomorrow, Val.
Yes, 8:30. We'll see you then.
Scott's gonna bring us our stuff.
Val,
Yep, I'll see you in a little while.
Val, do you
Okay.
want Scott to wait for my signature on the orders or do it
How
tomorrow?
about if we do the morning pickup, or you chime in here, Scott? What do you
Yeah, I'll
like?
pick them up in the morning either way. I'll just drop them and then just leave them under the shelf.
Okay. Yeah, I'll need another one of those big Ziplocs.
We've got plenty.
Okay.
Hey, Scott.
Yes,
Okay, so today, are you coming by for the forms?
yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to, I just want to make sure we either have them out there or are looking for you.
I'll put mine on the porch where I always do, Scott.
Yes, please do. That works out great. Thank you.
Okey
Okay,
dokey.
thanks.
Thank you very much, and Val, beautiful letter. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Okay.
Yeah, great job,
See you all
Val.
tomorrow.
thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Mike.
See you later.
Wait, wave to us.